LaChance fam, and I'm Riley.
I'm Amy, and this is Ziva.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Mackenzie.
We just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about our story and how we started at Radius. I was part of the launch team, and I met with Blake and Amanda when they first started back here in St. Pete, and we were meeting people's houses and trying to figure out where we were going to be and what we were going to do and where God wanted us. And then I had the opportunity to bring the girls with me, and Andrew came in and out whenever he could. He was working weekends a lot at that point. And we were in between Radius and another church for a little bit, and Riley was a baby. Not quite a baby, maybe a toddler. And one Sunday I said, we're gonna go to church. And she said, are we gonna go to the happy church? And I was like, okay, God, I hear you. And so we left the other church fully and invested in Radius. And I just dove all of my church time into Radius, into different serve teams and loving on people and letting other people love on the kids. And when Andrew could come, it was awesome. And then I'll let him tell his side of the story.
All right. And I really just came because happy wife, happy life. The start of it, working weekends a lot, when I did have a Sunday off, it didn't always want to go to church. That's the time that's precious. But she always pulled me into it. And over time you feel more pulled to it and more drawn to it. And eventually I started where I had all my weekends off, so I'd come every week. But came pretty consistently up until 2019 when I went on the mission trip. For some reason, that year I felt drawn to go to the mission trip. We had talked about it before, but was never something I would ever invest in. And then 2019, for whatever reason, made the jump to go do it. And that was probably the big change for me. That's really when the investment started in the church. It just showed me how God works sometimes, very interesting ways, and kind of showed the regret of not joining in and not getting to know people, having gone here at that point for basically 5 years, and I didn't know half the people's names. Probably more like 90% of the people's names I didn't know. So now after that, coming back from that, it kind of made me realize to commit and jump into the church. Shortly after that, Blake asked me to help out with production, and the rest is history. I mean, now I'm in charge of all of it and committed 100%. So God tells you what to do sometimes, whether you want to hear it or not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have anything to say about church? No.
No.
Do you?
What do you got to say about church?
Nothing?
Just like my
I love
hat?
my dad.
You love
Okay.
your dad. Something that I think is important about church is the want to continue to come. And so I didn't really grow up in church. I started going to church in middle school because I wanted to. I was the only one in my household that went to church. And so I got to see what different churches were like. And I think my favorite thing about Radius is that no matter what, no matter where, I always feel accepted and loved. And if I'm gone, I'm checked up on. I get texts like, hey, how are you? I missed you. Are you doing okay? Even if it's just like, I was too tired to wake up that morning, I have a new baby, So I think that's probably my favorite thing, is that Radius feels like a family, and I feel God here all the time. And I always feel like I'm learning and growing, even when I don't feel like I need to. And then God steps on my toes and he's like, hey, this one's for you. So I think that's super important in a church family, to feel growth and acceptance.
You talk about why you want to continue going to the church. What keeps you there? For me, it's the true passion of the church. This isn't a church about money or what you look like or who you are, any of that. You can walk in dressed in the crappiest clothes or flip-flops or whatever, and you're not even looked at twice. It's not a thought. There's not even a consideration of who you are or what you are or anything like that. You're just welcome. And with that, it doesn't matter who you are. Like I said, I'm not the most politically correct person, so to not be looked down upon is really nice. And then the true heart and passion of the church to actually do good in the community it means a lot, you know, to not chase money like a lot of the other churches and stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's that. So,
Ready?
ready to say
Ready?
happy birthday? So with that, happy birthday,
Birthday.
Radius Church.
Yay!